Is agency even real? Agency is a hotly debated topic amongst video game scholars. In their paper aptly titled Agency Reconsidered, Noah Wardrop, Fruin et al. Discussed and compiled the most prominent definitions of agency and come to a conclusion that agency is simply a phenomenon that occurs, quote unquote, when the actions the players desire are among those they can take, and vice versa, as supported by the underlying computational model. This means that the player are both able to develop an idea of what actions they want to take and are able to take. When these two elements are synchronous, the feeling of agency will be strong. As also pointed out by Wardrop, Furin et al., agency is a phenomenon that waxes and wanes throughout play. It is not a constant experience. In Minecraft, the player is transported into an open world filled with resources and possibilities. Minecraft presents the player with complete creative freedom to play the game however they like, with only one goal in mind, and that is to survive. While daytime in Minecraft is quite peaceful, during the night there will be monsters that will pose a threat to the player's survival. How most players start their gameplay is simple. They begin harvesting resources to prepare for the first night. Alternatively, they could also fight through the night and harvest more resources, which is supported by the underlying code, but it is not how the majority of the players approach the game. Following this first night, players are presented with a myriad of choices of how to tame the world they find themselves in. From farming, mining, building, to hunting and exploring, the player can pick and choose which of these categories they would want to focus on. Then, within each of these categories of play lies subcategories. The player is essentially free to exercise their creative freedom in their Minecraft world, and they can do so at their own pace. Throughout play, the player will be motivated to do certain things, the vast majority of which are supported by underlying systems. The player may see a cool cliff and think they want to set up their base there, or they may feel the sudden urge to build a ridiculously large farm or building, or they may feel the urge to build a functioning computer in their own world by using redstone to create logic gates as mentioned in Ashwell's bestiaries. These examples illustrate how the player's grasp of the game's affordance aligns with those provided by the game. All of these scenarios, including creating a functioning computer, have been repeatedly explored by players. Overall, Minecraft excels at offering freedom in playstyles while also subtly guiding players towards action that fits within the game's computational framework.
There is, however, another school of thought regarding agency, and we would be remiss if we did not at least mention it. In their article, All That's Left is the Choosing, BioShock Infinite and the Constants and Variables of Control, Wysocki and Bray conclude that the act of playing any game requires a player to give up control, to obey the algorithms of the game, even as these algorithms cast the illusion of control. Page 153. This is a destructive definition, as it completely undoes all the previous work done by folks like Noah Wardrop Fruin and even our small team here. Wysocki and Bray are basically saying that gamers are nothing more than kids playing with the sand in a sandbox. We are free to do whatever we want with the sand, yet all we can do is play with the sand. In any game, all the player can do is what the developers have allowed, even if the game forms the illusion that you are not doing what they intended, like in the Stanley Parable.
The Don't Starve franchise is an example of a game that makes the player obey.
So basically, the beginning of the game, you just try to explore and find, reveal as much of the map as you can.
Yeah.
Nighttime is gonna come, and you're gonna wanna, you're gonna wanna have stuff to craft a torch, or you will be visited by Charlie.
Oh, lovely.
Don't Starve is a top-down survival game that is much less forgiving than Minecraft, requiring players to monitor aspects of their character's health, such as temperature and sanity. While it may appear to be a simple open-world survival game on the surface, the player cannot choose to simply fight through their first night, as they will be defeated by night monsters within moments. Furthermore, the player cannot explore too far unless they bring enough food. They cannot eat bad food for the whole game, or their character will go insane and start seeing night monsters. These can attack the player as well during the day. I'm at 4. Goodbye, everyone.
No way.
Oh my god.
Hold on. I think I can revive myself. The player must be constantly modifying their base and their equipment in order to keep their player warm or cool or even dry depending on the in-game season. While the player may certainly develop goals during their playthrough of Don't Starve, these goals are expressly tailored by the creators of the game to aid the absolutely terrible survival experience. Don't Starve presents the player with 2 options: obey or die.
All games force their players to obey to some extent. Even Minecraft only supports actions that have been expressly accounted for by the developers. The difference between a game like Minecraft and a franchise like Don't Starve lies in the scope of their agency. While Don't Starve pushes the player to desire actions that will help their survival in the cruel world they find themselves in, Minecraft puts survival in the back seat, which allows players to develop intentions that will not necessarily aid in keeping them alive, but may allow players to feel more control or comfort in the world around them. Minecraft puts creativity in the front seat, while Don't Starve puts creativity in the trunk, or even maybe the roof box. Despite the cynical school of thought that agency is not real, the fact that players develop intentions while playing a game cannot simply be dismissed. Sure, the intentions may be obeying the developers to some extent, but the fact that they exist is proof that agency, or at least the ability to act on player intentions and be supported by the underlying computational model, is a real phenomenon.
So slay.